Luisa.
Yeah. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Should we
leave? I'm Luisa Lang,
I'm Daniel Head, and you're listening to Should We Leave?
the podcast for anyone who's over the party and under a blanket by 10. I have a delusion where I think if you put me in front of a drum set for like 10 minutes, I could play anything.
You would get it 100%.
100%.
Oh, but this song.
Hi! Welcome back. Should we just rip it?
Let's rip.
Okay, well, we're back with season freaking 2.
Season 2 of Should
We Leave?
Leave?
This is so exciting. This is huge. We were just listening to God is a DJ by Pink because God ultimately
Is our
a
DJ.
DJ.
He really is.
Yeah, and if God is a DJ,
Then life
you
is
are
a
the
dance floor.
Oh shit, what is it?
God
if God is a DJ,
life is a dance floor,
love is the rhythm,
and you are the music. Period. Well, welcome back to Should We Leave Season 2. This is episode 21.
And we've upped our production, like, not really, but we've upped our, that was the wrong word. We've upped our like,
promotion, our promotional assets.
We've upped our marketing.
Our marketing
budget.
We had a
marketing budget upgrade.
Marketing budget. If you are new here, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Luisa. I am a stand-up comedian and just like goofy
girl
goober about town. And we used to work together at MTV.
Yes. Used to work together at MTV, became fast friends, and now we are making a podcast together. And we haven't been at MTV for years.
It's been seriously, COVID is when we left, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. And if you want to hear some funny...
I think my stuff is like still in that office.
It might
from
be.
5 years ago.
When I went back to get my stuff, it was so weird, like a time capsule.
Creepy.
Sad.
But yeah, that's how we met each other. And like...
Here we are.
So we haven't like even seen each other in a long time.
I know. It's been like...
a month?
Almost 2 months, I feel like.
Almost 2 months? I mean, we talk all the time, so I feel like I've seen you, but we really haven't seen each other.
But like back in action.
Yeah,
when was the last time?
We did a photo shoot.
Which how do you guys like?
We look so good. It's insane.
We look good.
It's like so crazy.
I'm like, is that us?
No, I can't. I look at it and I'm like, wait, who are they?
Wait, who are they?
To me, yeah.
But you know what I was thinking about today? I was like, you know those like ads that they put on the walls, the wheat pasting?
Where they
I was like,
roll it.
Imagining our stuff up just on the walls.
Is there a rule about who can do that?
You like pay companies who like make them for you, and then they like own certain like sections of the city.
Okay, let's just like buy that.
I looked it up.
No, I'm not even kidding. Like let's buy a billboard.
Should we get a billboard?
Should we leave?
Should we leave?
No, we should literally get a billboard, like the ones when you're driving out of New York and it's like, you should really call Jesus.
Yeah.
We just replace that with like, you should really leave the party.
You should leave. Glad you're leaving.
Glad you're leaving New York. Hit us up. Like if you got a long drive, listen to us.
Tune in.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your folks. I went on a date once. How do you feel about the word folks?
I like it.
Really? I went on a date once and the guy said my folks and I was like, it really gave me the ick. I was like, your folks? It's like maybe like a
Do you know that they use
a Midwest thing?
Yeah. My folks. And
I was like, your folks? Like your old folks? I'm in an old folks home.
That's where I know it from. But I wouldn't say folks.
My folks back home. I was like, my folks on the farm.
My folks on the farm.
My folks back at the farm.
My folks back
I was
in
like,
West
this
Virginia.
date's
Oh my
over.
goodness. What do we have here today?
Okay, so to catch you up, a few exciting things have happened. My nephew was born. Baby boy. Fresh.
Oliver.
And we've been calling him brother because that's just like what we called him the whole pregnancy. We're like, oh, when's brother coming? Brother. Brother is ultimately what we've been calling him. So now I'm shifting to calling him Ollie. I'm like, who's Ollie? Because I'm used to being like, where's brother? Yeah, exactly. But my other nephew, Theo, is so obsessed with him. He's going to like snap his head off. He gets like cute aggression, you know, when like you see a really fucking cute animal and you just want to punt it off the roof.
I call it a love surge.
Yes, he does that with the baby. And he's going to fucking... I'll put a picture here to put in the group, but he does this thing with his teeth where he like does that and he like holds the baby so tight. We're like, okay, relax. Like it's going to be okay.
He's holding the brother.
Yeah. And he thinks he can like hold him and carry him across the room. And we're like, well, you're a baby too. Like you're 3.
Oh.
He's like, oh, I'll hold my frutter.
So
he says
cute.
frutter. He couldn't stop saying like, that's my frutter. That's my frutter. He's mine. He's my frutter.
Well, at least he likes him.
So cute. It's like the happiest I've ever seen him in my life.
Because what happens if he was like, fuck that kid?
Then my sister would have been really upset and her husband would have been really upset and they would have all been like, fuck that kid.
Yeah.
He's got to go. But I will say babies are wicked boring. It's like look alive, make a move, like act up.
Do something.
He just sits
shit
there.
and eat.
No.
Is he a good baby? Does he cry a lot?
I don't know because I haven't been home for the last week. And I think things
But you
have been
were there
changing
like
because
at the birth.
he was having like stomach problems and like farting a lot and like up crying. But as far as I saw, he was like very calm and chill. But apparently also he was, my sister's on Prozac. So he was on Prozac. So he was really chill for the first few days. But then once it wears off, he starts to like realize things and be like, I don't want to be here.
Come to life.
Yeah. So my sister said he's starting to be awake more often and he's like not happy with the circumstances.
Ugh.
He's like this dusty ass life. But that's like what's up with me. And I'm so excited to have a little baby around. It's going to be stressful,
It's so
but
cute.
it's going to be fun.
Babies are, I don't understand. We've talked about babies on here, but I also like, it's insane that comes out of you.
No, it's crazy. And my sister needed my help. And me and my friend Kelly went over to help her for a second. And the baby, she was changing his diaper. He shit liquid onto her pajamas. We all screamed. No, onto my sister's pajamas. And we all screamed, including my sister. And then we were there for like a few more minutes. And as we were leaving, and I was like, okay, we have to go. Like, I'm so sorry that you have 2 kids. That like sucks. We have to go though.
Do you want kids?
I don't know. I think so. I always thought I did. But then I saw my sister and I was like, yikes.
That's how it kind of was with my brother. Like my youngest brother has a kid. His name is Jackson. He's adorable. He just turned 1.
Yeah.
And I'm watching him doing it and it's a lot. And I'm like, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know if that's necessarily for me.
I like my life a lot. I like being able to sleep in. I like being able to wake up and watch my shows, et cetera, et cetera.
And a baby's
not going to let me do that.
You're on their
cooked.
schedule.
So yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to freeze my eggs this year though.
Cute.
So just to like have the option and not have to think about it ever again.
I've known some people that have done that and it's a process.
I mean, my mom's willing to pay for it, which is the only reason that I can do it because I couldn't afford it on my own. And she wants grandkids so badly yet. But so yeah, she's gonna.
She has 2 from your sister.
Right, exactly. But she wants more.
Oh, because you're one of 2.
Selfish.
That's being selfish.
Come on, Grammy. But yeah, that's what's up with me.
How many does she want?
Hundreds.
Really?
Hundreds of children.
But she only had 2.
She only had 2, and now she thinks. You're so right. That's such a good point.
You should tell that to her. Like, you should have had more kids if you wanted more grandkids.
Yeah. If you wanted more grandkids, you should have had more kids, you selfish witch.
When your mom only has 2 kids, that's like just a 50-50 shot.
Right.
Like, if you decide to have no kids, then it's all on your sister. Mm-hmm. That's
which I'm so glad my sister did have kids though, because I'm
so glad my brother had a kid too, because I'm like, okay, that satisfies
the grandkid,
like
totally.
The last name Head is carrying on. I mean, that's not the case for Lang.
Not for us, but like it will, because I'm not changing my last name ever.
Okay, period.
Which is another thing. Like, why am I going to change my last name? I don't care like that Luisa women do. Well, that's
I used to say I used to say it Langy.
That's
in my
psychotic.
Head.
Psychotic. But here's my thing. I'm not changing my name.
Okay.
I'm not trying to yell at you.
No.
You're like, okay.
I don't know if I'm going to change my name when I get married.
But that's who I've been my whole life and that's who I am. And like, why am I going to suddenly be Luisa fucking whatever?
Hasselhoff.
Luisa Hasselhoff. That's not who I am.
Okay,
so,
work.
Fucking period.
Yeah, women's rights.
Women's rights. Women's rights. Oh, also one more thing. My nephew, my 3-year-old nephew, Theo, he's been like acting up because of the baby. And he was really like out of control. My sister and her husband were being like, Theo, it is time for bed. You need to calm down, blah, blah, blah. And they were getting really stern with him. And he just goes, rock and roll. And I was like, dude, that was funny. That was
rock and roll.
The fuck on rock and roll. If you respond, like next time someone's mad at me for something, I'm just gonna be like, rock and roll, motherfucker.
That reminds me of people being like, for responding.
That's showbiz, baby.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's showbiz, baby. Just like
rock and roll.
If you get that as a text message, like, it's like, oh, hey, can you come out tonight? No, I can't. And they said, that's showbiz, baby.
That's showbiz, baby. I just thought that was so funny because, like, how do you know what rock and roll is? Like, where did you learn that?
Yeah.
And where did you learn that rock and roll is like fucking defiant and like rock and roll? He's like, I'm not gonna go to bed. I'm fucking rock and roll.
I'm 3 fucking years old and I have a brother now.
Yeah. So what's up with you?
What is up with me? Well, I like you might have seen it on my TikTok, but I just like want to formally say and like apologize that the Labubu craze has like gotten me.
So
like,
it hasn't gotten me because I don't know anything about it.
Well, I can tell you a little bit about it and like just avoid it. Cause here's how I relate it. Remember Beanie Babies?
Mm-hmm.
Remember Furbies? What are some of the other little like miscellaneous characters that people would collect?
Beanie Babies and Furbies, I was on that shit.
I was more on like getting a Furby, and then I had Beanie Babies. I used to like collect them, but I wasn't like, I didn't have like disposable income to like be psychotic and like have to like try and wait in line and get them.
No, yeah, me neither. But we had like so many.
Did you have like the shoe thing?
We had like
on the door
shelf
where you would put them in.
No, but we had like a full on like bookcase devoted to.
Do you still have them?
I don't know. Actually, I'd have to ask my mom. But I think we always thought they were going to be worth like so much money. Mm-hmm. But there's a really good documentary about it actually.
I watched
I've seen.
it.
Yeah,
it's
about
good.
the Beanie Baby craze of the 90s.
So I kind of that's kind of the field that I relate it to. Like it's like a craze for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, a lot of people say it's a recession indicator, but, and I can explain that to you too. It's basically how I would explain it is like, it's an affordable, like luxury because there's scarcity to it. Like they're really hard to get.
Oh, okay.
But they're only like $27.
They're hard to get?
They're really hard to get.
What do you mean really hard? Like how would I go about getting one?
It would be really hard. Like they do drops. They do like surprise drops on TikTok live. So you have to be like watching.
See, that makes me want one already just because it's like exclusive.
That's why there's hype around it. Because it's really hard to get.
If you can get your hands on a Labubu.
Right.
Then you know the right people.
Or you pay double and buy it from a reseller.
Okay, I would do that maybe. But like, why am I? I'm like, I would do that. I don't even know what a Labubu is. I thought it was a lobotomy. I'm like, I thought that was the new word for lobotomy.
They're hanging up over there.
I see them. They are cute.
They're like these little monsters. It's like this artist from China that like drew them, and then it just became this thing.
A craze.
So there's like 3 different series. There's like the macaron series. It's called Exciting Macaron. There are colors. And then there's like these ones that are seated called Have a Seats. And then there's another series called Big Into Energy, and they're like neon. So they all have like little stories. And basically what is fun about it is that you don't know which one you're going to get.
That's what I saw.
It's called a blind box.
Got it.
So you buy it and you don't know which one you're going to get.
Okay,
and
cute.
so you keep buying them because you want to get a
certain one.
You want to get a certain one,
and some are like more rare than others, right?
Right. So if you buy a whole box that comes with 6, and then you're guaranteed to have one of each, except if you get the secret one, which is like a 1 in 72 chance of getting it. So the secret ones are really rare, and people like will keep buying them, trying to find the secret one.
Okay, so it's making me want to buy them just because of the gamification. It's like a it's like gamified. Game. Did you write that down, or did I? It's like the gamification of something is what makes people want to get involved.
So here you are, you're on the TikTok live waiting for them to do this surprise drop. Then you have to like know these tactics to like buy it because they sell out in seconds.
It's like the Kylie Lip gifts in 2016.
10,000, 15,000 people watching this live.
Yeah.
And then you get it and then you don't know which one you're going to get. And if you can even get one, and then you might pull a double of one you already have. And
that sucks. But can you resell it?
You could resell it.
But you'd be trash.
And then there's this whole market of like fake ones that are called lafufus.
Fabubus.
Yeah. So there's like all these things. Anyway, I would recommend if you haven't, don't really get into it.
I'm going to try not to.
I like find myself like trying to get these things and I'm like, I don't need any more. I have 7,
no money,
8, 9, 10.
I need little
I think I have dolls. Like 10 of them.
Yeah.
And they're cute. It's like fun, but also I fully recognize it's a year from now, where is it going to be, you know? But it's fun. It's fun to like
anything that gets you like to live another day, honestly, at this point.
Honestly, true. And like there has been like hate on it. Like people have been like hating on it.
It's like the Disney adult thing. Let people do what they want to do.
Exactly. Like that's what I was going to say. Like it is just, it's fun. Let people have fun. It's like, it's like adults finding this like childlike wonder again. And they're like stupid little things that you can hang on your like nice bag.
Yeah.
And it's fun. I like it. If you have one, tell me which one you have. If you have any secret ones, I want a secret one, but I really have to stop. They also make ones that are like 3 feet tall.
See, like that's the thing is my apartment is 3 feet tall and like I can't have more stuff than I already have. Like I don't need Labubus. I don't need to get involved in that.
Do you want me to get one for you to look at it?
Well, no, it's okay. I can see them. Unless you want to. Yeah, go grab one.
I'll grab one. Okay.
Cutie. They're like Teletubbies in a way.
They are. So I brought one of like each of the series that I have. So this is the macaron series.
Can I hold one?
Yes.
It's cute.
Right? It's a little cutie. Cute. And then this is like the have a seat because look, he's seated.
Oh my God.
Then this is the big into energy one. So he has like, he's just neon.
One. That's my favorite.
Look how cute he is.
This might be my favorite actually.
This one's called Loyalty, his name. And this is the Coca-Cola collab.
Oh my gosh.
So cute. And then this is like, they make other ones. Like this is a Disney one.
They are cute.
This isn't technically a Labubu. This is just called Mickey and Friends or something, but this is Pluto. But like how little cutie.
They're just softer than I thought they were going to be. They are really cute.
Maybe we'll just put some here. They can just sit here for now.
Oh my gosh, they're cute. They're like little babies.
Aren't they?
Okay, that's my favorite. Let me see. Hi. Oh, what's this one called?
That one I think is Dada.
Okay, I like that this is pink. Well, like I said, pink's my favorite color, and it's time to admit it.
And he has little hearts in his eyes.
I know, it's so cute.
Okay, we're done.
We're done with Labubus for now.
I'm going to try and get you one. They're really hard to get.
I would
and then
actually love that.
Do you want like a seated one like this? Which category do you want?
Well, I don't really get the difference.
Anyway, we can talk about it later.
Okay, yeah. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, sorry, everyone. For the Labubu.
Frantically arranging your Labubus. It's okay. I support it. I don't care. I think good for you. What else is up?
Stevie just had surgery. Literally yesterday. His shoulder surgery. He had a torn labrum, something. It's
careful. I don't like it. I'm gonna pass out.
Don't pass out. It's fucking crazy. So anyway, we're doing that all day yesterday, but you know how you see those videos of people coming out of anesthesia?
This is so crazy you're bringing this up. I'll tell you why after, but yes.
And it's just funny. So I was wondering if that was going to happen to Stevie. And so I recorded him. I'm not going to show it because it's a mess. But, you know, people getting out of surgery, they're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny to me. Like, what do you mean? They have something that can just not make you feel anything.
Yeah.
Put you to sleep for however long. Yeah. And then you just wake up and you don't remember any of it. And
it's crazy. Have you been on anesthesia before? Yeah, it's crazy.
And then as you come out of it, like Stevie was telling me, he's like, I don't remember you picking me up from the hospital or taking me home. He's like, I don't remember the car ride home.
Crazy.
And I was like, you were singing all these songs.
No way.
He was talking.
He being really funny?
Like, he was being funny. He was like giggling. Like every time he would laugh, he would like make himself really small. And
okay,
I was like, you are the cutest thing.
I want to see the videos later.
And I just think that's insane.
It's crazy that exists.
The anesthesia is like a thing.
And like the fact that it's also like dangerous and can like be overdone or whatever the fuck is crazy. And like the fact that you don't remember anything.
You just 3, 2, 1 asleep. And then next thing you know, you're woken up and you could have been in surgery for hours.
Yeah. And you're still saying things. You're saying things. And it's like, sorry, I didn't consent to you hearing those things. Like I was gone, but my body was still being like, hey, I miss my dad. Like, blah,
I wonder
blah, blah.
where that like is coming from.
Well, so what's crazy is last night actually Last night I was going. No, last night I did some wild anesthesia, recreational. No, I was on TikTok and I was scrolling through like a sad trend and like being like, it's okay, like I'm fine. This isn't even making me that sad. I went one step too far and I saw this video of this girl who was on anesthesia and she like just was like asking for her dad who passed away a year ago. I started sobbing last night, and I was alone, like literally sobbing, and I like, did not know what to do. So I'm like sobbing. I go, Josh, can I call you? I'm like, do you see my close friend story?
Yes.
I go, Josh, I'm like sobbing. Can I call you? And I call him, and I'm literally like, I don't think I've ever. Something happened to me like last night. I think I needed to cry, and it had been a while, but I was literally like, I can't. And he was like, really? And Josh was being like, what's like that zit on your chin? And I was like, dude. He's like, why is that zit like perfectly center of your chin? And I'm like, Josh, what the hell? And he like laughed at me, and I look, and I couldn't see through my tears. And finally, when I could, I look up, and he's like playing video games, and I was like, are you?
Was he on FaceTime? Was he at your house?
No, I FaceTimed him, sobbing, and then he laughed at me and told me like, you need to take a shower. I think like this day is over for you. But anyways, wrap it up. Like that's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
But I did see an anesthesia video last night, and so it's crazy you bring that up. But also when I got anesthesia, when I got my ears pinned back, my mom said, I obviously don't remember this. My mom said they were wheeling me away, and I was going, sayonara, see you in New York. So my mom was like, you knew.
You knew. I think you actually told me the sayonara.
I think I did tell you, sayonara, see you in New York.
And we're here.
And here we are in New York.
Live from New York.
Live from New York. It's sayonara night.
Rock and roll.
It's rock and roll. Sayonara.
I was talking about it with my brothers today, but the mayoral election just happened. And without getting like too deep into all the policies and this, that, and the other, I just think it was cool and refreshing to like feel some sort of hope and excitement in a candidate and politics, and then actually seeing them win the primary. I mean, he hasn't won the...
It's still a huge step though.
Right.
People were tweeting being like, I can't believe something good happened.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's awesome.
And I'm excited. Like my brothers who don't even live in New York were messaging me today and were like, wow, like, how are you feeling about that? And I was just like, cool. You know what? It's just so exciting. And it's like refreshing to see something that's not like an establishment or fucking Trump or anything.
A stabbing, establishment, a stabbing.
Anything.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Stabbing.
Yeah. Totally. And like young people voting.
Yeah.
And like getting out there.
It's
really
like,
nice.
I'll just leave it at this. It's like they say, I saw something where it's like, they have the money, but we have the people.
And we do.
Anyway.
That's great.
So now I think we're going to introduce
a new segment that we have.
A new segment called
Drafts from the Uber. Drafts from the Uber. Drafts from the Uber. Beep, beep. Actually, I've been doing Jennifer Coolidge a lot.
Like draft from the Uber.
The flights are delayed. It's looking real bad. Drafts from the Uber.
You know who also does a really good Jennifer Coolidge?
Who? Ariana. I know.
Ariana Grande.
I know. We have a lot in common.
You guys do.
So drafts from the Uber is like random notes we've put down in our phone notes. I think like if you go through someone's phone notes, it's like a peek into the deepest, most intimate part of their brain. So these are just like the little...
Are you good?
Sorry. These are just the little like thoughts we come up with when you're like in the Uber on the way home from the party, or like just whenever something pops into your mind and you write it down.
Yeah. I think I use the Notes app for so many different things.
Everything.
And it's like that fail safe of like, I need to write something down. I'm going to forget it. I don't know where to put it. It's going to go into my notes. Yep. And I have so many notes. I was going through, I like take notes during my therapy. I take notes for the podcast. And then we have the unhinged little things of like, what was I just thinking? And what am I writing down? And I write it down into the fucking Notes app.
Into the abyss of the Notes app. Also, another thing for me as a comedian is whenever like people are always like, how do you come up with your material? I will just like live my life. And when something happens to me that's funny, or I realize something, or I whatever, it's like notes app. And then I go into my notes app and I say, is this something? Write it out, try it on stage. So like everything from in my creative process begins in the notes app. So I would love to give our audience a look into
a little peek
into like our brains in that way. So every week we'll be doing a new look. How freaking cute. Every week we'll each be bringing a note from our phone, a draft from the Uber, and just talk about it. Also, the notes can be like old too. Like a lot of times I'll like, mine is old.
Mine is old too.
Okay, mine is from Coachella this year because I was watching Coachella and being like, what is everyone wearing? Like, what's going on in fashion right now? So I wrote down, if you wear a normal outfit to Coachella, do they take you out back and shoot you in the head? Like, what happens if you just show up in like jeans and a t-shirt?
First, let's baseline. Have you been to Coachella?
No.
Okay. I've been 3 different times.
Okay. I remember you wanted me to go with you once, but I was like, I don't have any money because I don't.
And it's hella expensive. It's
hella expensive.
It's that reminds me of like the kids are saying what the helly?
What the helly?
All
what
over.
the helly?
Also, his little hands can move. Anyway, Coachella outfits.
Yeah.
I would spend months planning what I wanted to wear, and I would base it based off of like, who am I seeing that day?
Okay.
And like kind of like, for instance, Ariana, the first Coachella I went to, she was the headliner.
Yeah.
So my outfit for her was obviously like Ariana stuff.
Yeah.
Then like Blackpink, when I went for Blackpink, I was an all pink. So I think it's a fun way to be and dress in a way that you
like
wouldn't.
Showcase. Yeah, I guess so.
Because it's like it's kind of just like a free for all wonderland over there.
And it's like evolved so much over the years. How it used to be like the flower crowns, and then like whatever the fuck it is now. But this year is the year that I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, people don't wear normal clothes there. It's a festival.
What if you do though? What happens?
Denied entry.
Like, I don't know what I would wear if I went to Coachella. And I think like Gen Z fashion is so confusing to me in general. It feels like you just throw on like all the ugliest stuff you can find and it's like fucking slay, honey. Like, I don't get it. And I'm not somebody, I will never claim to be fashionable. I do not claim that energy. I am.
Do you want to be fashionable?
No, I don't care. I literally don't care. I am not fashionable. I don't want to be fashionable. I don't care. So for me, as someone who knows that they're not fashionable, I see these things that people are wearing and I'm like, that's ugly, right? But it's like,
I want to see an example.
Like, okay, I saw a girl. Here's what made me think of this note. I was driving recently and I saw this girl crossing the street in like big denim shorts with like her underwear showing.
They probably were built in like that.
Like boots, like Timberland boots and like a cropped. And I'm like, you look like you got loose from like an asylum. But it was definitely like, she was like serving. And everyone around her was like, she's serving. And I was just like, well, I don't know what's happening. I feel very out of touch.
I think that would be considered fashionable here. It's very like Bushwick, Brooklyn vibe.
If I showed up in that, you'd be like, what's going on? I think it's more like me. Imagine me going to a festival and being like, well, I guess I could pull it off if I wanted to.
I think you could. You just have to do it. You live in New York.
Here's what I think. I think something's only awkward or cringe or doesn't work if you make it that way. I think if you just commit to it and like if I put on big ass jean shorts and nipple tassels and I'm like, I'm at Coachella, then I'm pulling it off.
Okay, I think it's also too because you have in your mind what you think people expect from you to wear. And so like if you show up like this, like I remember when I was experimenting with things that I was wearing when I first moved here, I was like, this is so outside my comfort zone. But then nobody knew me.
Right.
So then I was able to kind of do it. But then when I even changed even more, and I like, oh, this is what I'm going to wear now. Like, you know, and then people just will get over it.
They're like, oh, that's what he wears.
Or they'd be like, why are you wearing that? And then the next time it's like, no, this is how I'm dressing now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I just don't know.
They feel that certain type of way because maybe they feel like, oh, I couldn't do this.
Right. Maybe they're jealous. But I just remember seeing the pictures this year and being like, hey, what's the theme this year? Like, what's going on
No
here?
theme.
It was just wear anything. Wear curtains.
Just make what you feel is fashionable.
Wear curtains on your head and shearling boots. Like, it was just anything you want. I was like, this is crazy. But I mean, whatever.
Well, speaking of fashion, like, do you agree that hair is the fabric of the face?
Okay, you said this and I was like, wait, that's fucking crazy. First of all, I'm gonna put on an outfit that I believe would work for Coachella later and send you a picture of it. It's gonna be just whatever, different shoes, half my head shaved. But anyways,
one nipple out,
one locked in a chastity case.
Shut up.
Okay. Hair is
the fabric of the face.
Can you like elaborate?
Okay, so
this was your note.
This was my note.
Yeah.
Basically, like how you dress your body, like you're dressing your face with your hair.
Right.
For people who have hair.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's like, what style are you going to go for to accentuate your face?
It's like an it's like clothing for your face.
And so like
ultimately.
you could do a different hairstyle and it could transform how you look.
Well, have you seen how men with beards, they'll shave them and it's like he
the
has
hair
no
theory.
chin. He has no chin. Where's his chin? Like he has no jaw, but you can hide it.
Yeah.
Whereas like you can hide your body in clothes. But also like, what about me? I can't grow facial hair. I just have to like let it out. I just have to like
but
let
you
it
have
out.
hair on the top of your head. So it's like
Oh,
if you say you like, you know, like you did can I speak to the manager haircut?
Yeah.
Then it would
then I would be
completely
a different
change
person.
like what your look is.
It's really about how like hair is a huge accessory.
And the fabric of your face.
And here's the thing that I have to say is if you're bald and you have no beard,
what are you doing?
if you have no choice, then like sure. But if you're bald with no beard, it's like, what's going on here? Get some fabric
Should I
somewhere.
shave my beard and we see what's up?
And you're just like a fucking egg. No.
But also you have to like, it depends on like your face shape and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, thank God I have a like normal looking head because
Right. I'm afraid my head is
indented.
wonky. Yeah. I think I have like a
Like what if
I
don't know if I said the story, but I shaved my head the night before I went to the Oscars.
I think you did.
It was February.
Tell me this.
It was February 2020.
Yeah.
And I just looked in the mirror and I was like, had this huge bald spot that I had been covering with a hat.
I don't even remember what you looked like before.
Well, because I was always wearing a hat.
Yeah.
With just like the little hair that I had growing.
Yeah.
And like made it look like I have hair. Anyway, I like ultimately was like, I have to wear a tuxedo to the Oscars. Like
you looked so good too.
Thank you. And I like just shaved my head that night before. And then I was like, I'm bald now. Mm-hmm. Here I am.
I have a friend at work who just did that and was like, I'm gonna go bald because this is like what it is. I also have I've also had a lot of people DM me being like, Daniel is the face of hot bald.
Aw.
I sent you some.
I know.
They were like, I need tips from Daniel. Like he is the face
That's
of hot
so
and bald.
sweet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to claim that title.
Yeah. It's a good title.
It is a good title. But anyway, that is Drafts from the Uber.
Fabric of the face.
Fabric of the
That's
face.
our first Drafts from the Uber.
Drafts from the Uber.
That was fun.
That was fun. I think that's going to be a good segment.
I love that because it can go anywhere.
Drafts from the Uber.
Okay, we'll be ending our episodes with a little game of leave or stay. So, Should We Leave is about us being 30, being tired, we're leaving the party to like go laugh on the couch. What is something that you think should leave or stay at the party?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do that, see if we disagree, see if we fight.
Yeah.
So here's an example. This week I'm bringing this. I think something that should stay at the party is people on the internet like live memeing and live tweeting like reality TV shows as we watch them. It is the best connection and community that forms. Love Island, for example. I'm not caught up, so every time I see a Love Island meme, I like close my eyes and like keep moving. So I think like if you're afraid of spoilers, too bad. You need to just not look because the people who are caught up and are living in this world of like real-time updates it's the most fun.
It's appointment television. It is.
What does that mean?
You never heard that?
Appointment television?
Appointment television is where everyone in the country or the world gets together at the same exact time to watch the same show.
It's the best feeling.
And the first time I ever experienced that was American Idol.
Well, yes.
Where everyone would get to, everyone would vote. There's like this sense of community across the world or the country of we're all watching the same thing at the same exact time. And back then we didn't really have the ways of interacting with each other about it.
No Twitter,
But we would talk about it the next day at school or at work. And especially with Love Island definitely brings that back.
No spoilers.
I won't say any spoilers. Love Island definitely brings that back because it is a very unique show. And since that we have new episodes every single day except for Wednesday.
It's crazy.
So there's 6 new episodes a week.
A lot to discuss.
So much to discuss and so much is happening and it's happening in real time.
It's happening in real time. Like they don't know what we're saying about them.
No.
I just think like it's a way to like not feel so alone and isolated. It's so stupid, but like watching a reality TV show and being like, oh my God, these jokes are so like back in the day with Euphoria Twitter was so good. And like people are so funny on the internet. And it's just like watching something and then giggling with strangers who are like feeling the same thing that you're feeling and
or
like
mad
about the same things you're mad about, or they like are pointing out things that you noticed. It's just like, sometimes social media can be used for good. And
it's like, that was the point of social media.
Yeah, that was the point.
A lot of that was the point.
Was like, to like share jokes and like
connect.
And like, I just think that should stay at the party forever is like us.
Hard agree.
Live tweeting, live posting about these like trash shows. That
I don't know how you've avoided so many spoilers.
I go whenever I see one, I just go like this.
Because I'm not going to spoil it. And my feed is like when I'm scrolling on TikTok, it's all commentary. And like I've come across so many like group lives on TikTok. Where it's like 10 people all in the same live, but it's like little icons of their faces. Like just having a group discussion of like, it's called the Love Island debrief. Like people will debrief.
I've just avoided it somehow.
Someone said this on Twitter or something that it would be cool if with Love Island, we could like send them care packages like in the Hunger Games.
Yes. Wait, that's hilarious. So they could have a feeling of like, how does America feel about me?
Or we could
here's some ointment for your burn. Like
or their fucking herpes.
Do some of them get herpes?
It's questionable. I get them. Everyone fucking got herpes. I get cold
sores.
I do get cold sores too.
But not anymore because I have the
lysine?
Glycium? No, I had the Coliseum. No, whatever it's called. It's like an antiviral pill that if you feel it coming on, you just take it.
Oh, yeah, I have that too.
Thank God.
But they're like some of those challenges, it's like disgusting. But
they're definitely gross.
I think it would be cool if you could like send them a package, send them a care package, or also like, hey, like you need to watch out for this motherfucker.
But sometimes they do that though, because they'll be like, America voted and they think that you two should be separate. And it's like, hold on.
This season has been really, really produced.
What is America seeing that I'm not seeing? Like if America thinks I shouldn't be with this person, then like what is this person not telling me? So in a way, we are sending them gifts.
True. But then they give the power back to the Islanders to like vote off the people who are vulnerable. And I'm like, you guys suck.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You don't know what we know.
You don't know what we know.
But it's so fun. I love the community of like, because when I'm not watching anything and I'm like, what should I watch? Or like, I mean, it's good to like read and do other stuff, of course. But the feeling of getting in on this like community conversation
it's so fun.
That's happening online, and like you can talk to your friends about it and sending memes, like just memes that like,
love the memes.
That should stay. That conversation, global conversation about funny TV shows
100%.
In real time.
I 100%
stay at the party.
Stay.
Both
I
of us
agree.
Fuck yeah.
Stay.
Okay, what's yours?
My stay, really simple, is have a photo shoot for the fucking hell of it.
Yeah. Wait, yeah.
Like, that's what we did for the rebrand of Should We Leave? And we were just like, should we just do a fucking photo shoot?
Yeah.
And we both work in this industry and hired people, and it's just so...
Invest in yourself.
And that should stay.
That should stay.
Investing in yourself and like taking a risk on yourself too. And that's kind of like what we did. It was a lot of fun and a lot of money, but I think it was just like, why not?
Totally worth it for me, I think.
Totally worth it for me.
Because if nothing ever even comes
Don't even say it.
No, I just got like my nose. Like if nothing ever comes from it. No, if nothing ever comes from it, like which is never gonna happen, but like it's still worth it for me. It looks so good. Fun. It was so fun.
Core memory.
Truly. Treat yourself to something.
Yeah, and that should stay.
Do something. Stay.
Do something for yourself. Treat yourself.
Do something elaborate and
or
like
have a fucking
crazy.
photo shoot.
Have a freaking photo shoot on a work day. Take work off. And
yes.
Say, I have to work my other job today and go to a photo shoot. Get your makeup done. Get your hair done.
It was kind of crazy because I'm always on the other side.
Yeah.
And you are too. And it was just like, oh.
Well, they were laughing at me. The people that we like hired to do our stuff were laughing at me because I was being like, do you mind if I look at the, and they're like, it's your IP. Like, this is your photo shoot. And I'm used to being
client.
like, no, like I'm used to not that at all. Yeah. So I was being like, I was saying things like, can I get you guys?
Please, sir.
Yeah. And they're like, you hired us. Yeah. Like, this is not, we're working for you right now. And I was like, oh, we were like, my God,
should we leave?
So not used to this. Should we leave? Like, what's going on? But I so think that should stay.
God, you guys have seen it by now, but
have a freaking photo shoot. The photos came out sorry, I'm having hip problems, obviously. Ooh.
It's because you're not in your leggings.
The hips. The photos came out so good. And I just can't wait to post them.
You agree then?
For the rest of my life. I agree. Have a photo shoot. Just do something elaborate for yourself. Stay.
I love that.
1, 2, 3, stay. Cool. This was such a fun little episode.
I know. Thank you guys. Welcome back to
Illyria. Do you know that reference?
No.
In She's the Man. He's like, welcome to Illyria, or whatever the
college is.
Yeah.
Like, follow, subscribe, and we're
excited to come back with like a format. We're strong. We have like segments. We're gonna be.
It was a good little break.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm just excited to be creative with you again and be on the couch.
Freaking wait. I feel very good.
And welcome back to Should We Leave?
Welcome back to the best time of your life. Bye.
Bye. Should we leave?